Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how I created a really smooth, realistic texture with lots of depth and detail by drawing this beautiful red capsicum. The biggest goal for this drawing is to achieve those smooth blends while still keeping the colours bright and vibrant. That can actually be a little bit tricky with colour pencils because the smoother you blend, the easier it is to lose all of those subtle colour variations that make an object look realistic. To get those silky smooth blends, we eventually need to burnish the pencils and apply heavier pressure. The problem is that when you push hard with the colour pencil, the colour becomes more saturated, and if you do that too early, everything can end up looking flat and you lose that beautiful depth. When we look closely at the reference photo, there's actually so much more than just the red. We can see soft greys, pinks, oranges, bright reds and deep crimson tones throughout the capsicum. Then of course we have the green stem at the top and some darker shadow areas around the edges. So instead of jumping straight in with a bright red pencil, we're going to slowly build up all of those different colours in layers. By gradually layering the colours, we'll create depth so that when we blend everything together at the end, the surface stays smooth while we're still showing all of those subtle colour shifts. Let's get started. So I'm going to begin by glazing in the first layer of colours. When I talk about glazing, I simply mean applying the pencil with a very light pressure. I like to hold the pencil further back on the barrel and keep it fairly horizontal to the page. This naturally stops me from pressing too hard and helps create a really soft, even layer. The first colour I'm adding is Cold Grey 1. Even though it might seem strange to start building bright red objects with grey, these cooler tones are what helps create realism later on. Once that's in place, I'll gradually build up some yellow, followed by some orange, and then begin introducing the first red tones. At this stage, I don't worry about making the colour look bold. The goal is simply to tint the paper with lots of thin, transparent layers. Light pressure is really important here because it leaves plenty of room for all of the layers we're going to add afterwards. All of the pencils I'm using today are from the Faber-Castell Polychromos 60 set, and they work beautifully for layering because of their hard oil-based core. As I continue adding in the reds, I'm still keeping my pressure nice and light. It's tempting to press harder to make the colours look brighter straight away, but taking your time with the layering process will give you a much richer result in the end. You'll also notice that I'm carefully working around the brightest highlights. These little white areas are what makes the capsicum look shiny and fresh, so it's much easier to preserve them now than it is to try and lift the colour later. As we continue through the drawing, I slowly deepen the reds with additional layers, but I'm not only adding red, I'm consistently going back over the grey, orange and pink tones as well. Those underlayers are what stops the surface from becoming a single flat colour and really helps create the natural depth you see in the reference photo. This back and forth layering might seem repetitive, but it's one of the biggest secrets to realistic colour pencil work. Each layer subtly changes the colours underneath, creating much more complexity than the simple, heavy application ever could. Once I'm happy with the amount of colour on the paper, it's time to blend everything together. For this drawing, I'm using the Zest-It Pencil Blender solvent. I like applying it with a soft brush because it gently melts all of those layers together without damaging the paper. One important tip is not to overload your brush. You don't want it soaking wet. Instead, dip it into the solvent and then wipe off the excess so the brush is only slightly damp. That way you'll blend the pigment smoothly without flooding the paper. After blending, the colours become immediately richer and all of those pencil strokes almost disappear, giving us a lovely smooth surface to continue working on. But if you would like to give this piece a go, remember this is a full real-time tutorial over on my Patreon. We also have some other food-themed pieces over there, and most importantly, a whole heap of wildlife tutorials. I'll leave a link in the description. While the solvent dries, I'll move on to the stem. For the stem, I'm using juniper green, which is one of my favourite greens for this type of subject. It has enough depth to create darker areas while still looking natural. You'll also notice some darker sections around the capsicum itself. Rather than adding black, I'm glazing down some of the juniper green into these shadow areas. Because green is complementary to red, the two colours mix together beautifully and create a rich, deep grey. This gives a much more natural looking shadow than simply adding black. Once the solvent has completely dried, we can continue building more layers over the top. This is where the drawing really starts to come together. Now I can strengthen the reds, add some more oranges and pinks where needed, refine the shadows and gradually begin burnishing sections of the drawing. Burnishing compresses all of those layers together and creates that glossy, smooth finish that makes the capsicum look almost three-dimensional. When going around the white highlight sections at the top, make sure to go in with a lighter pressure and just really lightly build these up. You may also like to go in with some little dots or lines right up against the highlight just to accentuate some of those highlights. At the very bottom in the darkest sections, I'm using some of the dark red and also going in with some of the juniper green. Mixing these two contrasting colors will create that dark gray black section without using any black. So there was no black used in any of this piece, just mixing those dark colors together will create a really dark tone. Finally, I added a soft cast shadow underneath using cold grey 1, a little red and some green to tie in those colors together and help ground the capsicum on the page. And that's the finished drawing. I hope this video has shown you that creating smooth, realistic color pencil drawings isn't about layering one color or pressing hard from the beginning. It's really about building lots of light layers, allowing different colors to work together, and blending and burnishing at the very end to achieve a polished finish. If you enjoyed this tutorial, don't forget to give the video a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know in the comments what you'd like to see me draw next. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.